Start singing.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to season 6 of XMAS Your Enthusiasm. Congrats, everybody. You did it. I don't know why I say that every time. First of all, you didn't do anything. Anyway, today's episode of XMAS Your Enthusiasm is... Now, I am going to do, for this season, to start off, I'm going to do 2 episodes each of season 11 and 12 since I fucked up with the random generator thing. But then after that, I'll stop and sit back to normal. Anyway, how you loving this long drum roll? From season 11, episode 9, Igor, Gregor, and Timor. Debuted on December 19th, 2021. I don't know why I fucking tell you people that. According to IMDb, Larry seizes an opportunity to avoid Irma as he's roped into Jeff's latest apology tour. Now, this is a season 11 one, so it's not like it's been around as long as the others. I don't know if I've watched this one twice. Like, I don't remember loving it when it came on the first time. I'm sure I've rewatched it at least once or twice, but I don't know. But anyway, before we get started, let's not forget that this season 6 of Express Your Enthusiasm is brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos, hey, we're sorry about last season. Thanks, Cheetos. Takes a big Chester orange cat with Cheetos dust. Before we get started, let's do a little housekeeping here. Larry's record through 5 seasons is 289 and 275. So that gap is closing. I hate to say. I was going to do, I had like a little, that doesn't matter. Anyway, nothing's happened in my fucking life, so you haven't missed anything in the time between seasons. Except I did go to, I don't know if you know about this, Michael Shannon, the actor, has been, for the last couple of years, been doing this, is put together a bit of a super group, where they do an REM album, song for song, and then they do a bunch of other REM songs. And I've been following it over the years. It just seems really fun. And sometimes, and they've gotten to the point where Michael Stipe or Mike Mills or Peter Buck or Bill, one of the members of REM will jump on stage and do a song with them. And down at the, it was in Athens. Was it the 40 Watt Club? I don't know if that's still an actual thing. I should know that. Apparently, all of a sudden, you looked around and all 4 members of REM were on stage singing and playing with this band. So, for a band that broke up, I think officially in 2011, I mean, I stopped caring after Bill Berry left. It's kind of remarkable. So anyway, I go to see this band thanks to Steve-O. And because otherwise, me getting out on the Tuesday night to the 9:30 Club, that's not happening. But anyway, long story short, two things got me. Number one, the band, it was incredible. The band was great. They played the songs like they are in the fucking albums. Thank you very much. But I was shocked at, shocked is the right word. I thought they were doing Life Stretch Pageant, which is my second favorite REM album, behind Murmur. So I was thrilled with that. And then I thought they would be going through like what I consider, I thought it'd be a lot more off the first 5-7 albums through Document, Out of Time, and back. But if they played another 20 songs, I'm not shitting you, 15 were from after Bill Berry left. Like those albums that, like Up, Reveal, whatever. Like I thought all older REM fans like myself kind of like, okay, thanks, do whatever you want to do, but I'm not listening to it. And again, REM's one of my favorite bands of all time. I love REM with all my heart. I just assumed everybody else was like me, like, all right, well, thanks, I'm going to keep listening. So they started playing these newer songs, and I was like, but I don't know, I seem to be the only one, because everybody else fucking was loving it, and eating it up with a spoon, and knew all the words. So I guess it's just me. But again, if they're in town near you, go see them. Fantastic. I mean, it does depend on the album because, again, I would think that they would stop at like, Document and start over, but I bet they're pushing through to whatever the last album REM put out was, and I don't even know what it was. And I am, like I said, they're a top 5 band for me. Maybe only 7 or 8, but definitely, probably definitely top 7, and it was weird to me. But it is interesting. I was thinking about REM has done, when they retired, they've done the unthinkable in that they have stayed retired, other than popping up here and there. But the 4 of them on stage with this band was the first time that had ever happened since. And now it's like they have, I don't know if any other bands had this. Now they get to just sit back and watch some other guys, again, the super, all these musicians. There's John Worster, there's Jason Narducci, there's John Stewart from Wilco. This is like a super group of this world. So if you're REM, now you get to just sit back and watch this other band of super professionals play your fucking songs. You get to watch everybody go apeshit and love it. You get to see the band love it. And if you want, you can pop up and do whatever song you want and drink all that up if you'd like. So they kind of have the perfect situation. It's like when the Beatles stopped touring and everybody was upset, and one of them said, well, now it's just going to be like the record goes on tour. Like, we don't have to. And this is like a more literal version of that. And it's almost like, it's like a much better, wholesome version of like somewhere out there's the Coasters playing at a state fair tonight. And it's outrageous because none of them are the original Coasters. But this is like, how long are we from like this becoming like a corporate thing? People just buy a band and just do this. Anyway, I think I've kind of lost my train of, kind of derailed myself. But anyway, I just think that's super interesting. And again, if you get a chance to see this band and you love REM like I do, even though I know it doesn't sound like it right now, go see them. Anyway, let's get started with Igor, Gregor, Timor, to kick off this first episode of this 6th season of X-Men Your Enthusiasm, which again is being brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos, hey, we're sorry about last season. All right, let's get started. Okay, we're 2 seconds into this episode, and nobody's even said a word, and it's already laugh out loud funny thanks to fucking Tracy Ullman being Tracy Ullman. If you remember, this is the season Larry's dating her so he can get his fence built or something. It's so stupid. But Tracy Ullman, I am so happy to see her. I don't know if I blathered it here before. I don't care. I'm repeating it. She batted, if not 1,000, about as close to 1,000 as you could throughout her short run on this show. Every time she opened her mouth and made a look or move, it was hilarious. And it is a fucking crime. And I'm gonna connect this. It is a crime she was only in as few episodes as she was. I know it was late in the run, but hey, when you got this comedy gold, you don't get rid of her because when you were thinking out the plot line of the season, it made sense. Once you start seeing her, you need to just cling to her like a pork chop. I don't know. It's a shame that she was only in as little as she was. Which reminds us of Wanda Sykes. I looked it up, and I know a bitch about this before. She was only in 9 episodes. How was Wanda Sykes only in 9 episodes? Like, to me, she has such a huge impact on this show. She was only in 9 episodes. What the fuck happened? I know a bitch about this before. Let's make it happen in 2026. Let's get Wanda and Larry together. What happened? Did something happen? Why wasn't Wanda and Wanda and Tracy Ullman and me need to do a spinoff show? That's my solution. All right. We haven't even started the episode, and I'm laughing. Tracy Ullman, thank you. Okay, the first one in the season 6 is kind of interesting. Larry's waltzing around L.A. I can't believe he hasn't bumped into someone he knows, of course. And he comes upon some guy who got hit. He's riding a bike. He got hit by a car or whatever. He's in serious. And Larry, to his credit, stops and calls 911 and gets up there. He stays with the guy. This guy's hit pretty hard. And the paramedic's sitting there helping the guy. And Larry just starts blathering. And I think Larry was just nervous. I mean, it was a little bit Larry David, but a little bit like if I was standing there watching this, it happened, I'd probably just start blathering too, because I'd be nervous. And the paramedic, I can see where at first he'd be like, "Wait, what are you talking about?" But then he decides he gets into a thing with Larry, like, "Do you want to do this?" and blah blah blah. I'm like, how are you not used to people in these terrible situations who have, you're in these all day, every day. this is probably the only time this is ever going to happen with this person, and you're upset. You get totally knocked off the rails by this. Like, you should be a little more empathetic. That plus Larry, did do the right thing and called. Now I don't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure Larry just fucks us all up anyway. But yeah, Larry gets a big win there. I don't know what's up this guy's ass. Like, dude, do your thing and just ignore this idiot blathering next to you. Anyway, 1-0 Larry, impressive start of the season. I don't want to jinx it, but he may run the table. He may go undefeated this season. Let's see. Okay, I was hoping I'd get through season 6 without just screaming, but this is the dumbest fuck. So now the guy's gone off in the ambulance, and Larry realizes, oh shit, he had put his sweater on the guy to keep him warm or whatever during all this, and the ambulance gone. So instead of saying, you know what, all right, I helped the guy, the sweaters helped them, let me feel good about myself. Larry, I see now, is tracked down where the ambulance went, which hospital it went to, and now he's at the hospital hoping to get his sweater. I haven't even listened to what his dumb shit reason is. There has to be an entire file now, and we're not even halfway through these episodes, of just entirely ridiculous. Larry, just sell one of your fucking shrimp boats and buy another fucking sweater. If we were the rewatchables, that would be a new category. Larry, just sell one of your fucking shrimp boats and buy a new fucking sweater. Now we're going to have a whole fucking half episode of this ridiculousness of him trying to get a sweater at the hospital. Was it a sweater that like his grandfather gave him to it on his deathbed? No. Did he knit it with hair from women in his life while they were sleeping? No. It's just a fucking blue sweater, for fuck's sake. Another easy win for Larry here. He's at the desk asking the receptionist if he can go, see this guy, Ben. He's going to be okay. And, of course, Larry turns his head slightly and goes, oh, there he is, that room, and there's my sweater sitting on a chair. And he goes to get it, and she stops him. She says, you can't go in there. And he's like, they go back and forth. He's like, what? I came to a hospital to, like, steal a sweater. And then she's like, and then he's like, oh, well, why don't you ask Ben if it's okay? And she's like, he's sleeping and yada, yada, yada. How do I know it's your sweater? So ridiculous. Larry gets a win there. 2-0. Nobody's dreaming of scamming hospitals for free clothes. Even if they were made up of women in David's life whom he had cut the hair while they were sleeping. Don't forget, season 6 of X with Your Enthusiasm is brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos, hey, we're sorry about last season. Oh, Larry's pleading that there's a difference between sleeping, in which case you would not want to disturb him, or resting if he's just lying there in bed staring at the wall. And they go back and I gotta go with Larry here. That is a difference. Boy, 3-0. I'm telling you. Again, I don't want to jinx it. He may run the table this entire season 6. 3-0 Larry David. She's just serving these to you on a tea at the company picnic. I don't know why would you have a tea if you're playing softball at the company picnic? What, a tea? Like, that's pretty sad. That's pitiful. Sorry. That's a glimpse into my psyche, people. Larry's actually doubly right here because she's all worried about not disturbing him, but they're like 10 feet away from the room he's in. The door's wide open. Every light in the world is brightly lit up in this hospital. There's noise. Everyone's walking, bebopping on. It's a hospital. So it's not like he's tucked away in like the basement sensory deprivation chamber. No, he's right there. He could probably hear you arguing. That fucking boy, Larry's killing it this episode. Okay, now I see where the episode's going to set. Jeff, I don't know if he got busted by Susie or he's worried about it, but I guess he's been running around behind her back because that's fucking smart to do. So he wants to buy her this vase. It's like $10,000, but then he finds a exact replica, whatever, for half the price to go. And here's Bill Hader doing some stupid fucking accent that's super old, 2 seconds in. And it turns out he's the Gregor, he's the Igor, Gregor, Timor, so we're going to see him 3 times like the fucking Ghost of Christmas Carol. And so that's obnoxious. They're going to get the vase, whatever. But then, so that's Bill Hader, number 1. Then they start walking outside and they're like, are you hungry? Let's eat. And one of them says, there's plenty of restaurants. I bet there's plenty of restaurants around here. And it's like, you're fucking walking around L.A. And then they're like, let's walk into this hotel and ask the concierge. I'm like, who the fuck? You live in this city. There's a restaurant every 3 feet. And you're like, I don't know what to do. Let's walk into this hotel and ask this guy. And, of course, it's, I guess, Gregor, whichever, played by Bill Hader in another stupid fucking accent. So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, even by this show's ridiculous standards, the idea that due to Larry and Jeff doing the unthinkable, being in the middle of one of the biggest cities in the world, and so where's the restaurant? Oh, let's walk in and ask this kind of. For that to even happen is infinitesimally. I'm too upset. I can't say the fucking word. You know what I'm saying? The odds of that happening are infinitesimal. God damn it. Small. They're next to zero. They are zero. And of course, when they do it, they walk in and there's blammo, Bill Hader again as, I guess, the guy's cousin or brother, whatever. So because we're living in the Larry David universe where by law, anytime Larry leaves his house, he has to run in somebody fucking knows or quasi knows. So of course, Larry does something that has never been done in human history, which leads to a second thing, constantly bumping into somebody who looks exactly like the last person you bumped into. We're 16 minutes into this season, and I've had it. I fucking have had it already. Side note, I love Bill Hader. We all do. Again, this fucking shtick he's doing, hammering away at it, is just dreadful to fucking watch. Dreadful. And again, we're only halfway through this fucking Dickens scenario of 3 fucking Bill Haders. Okay, now we have a scene. There's not a Larry fight, but I feel like it's important. I don't know, at some point last season there was a scene, I can't remember, it was Susie. Oh, it was Susie with the guy who had dementia and she was trying to get jewelry replaced. And I was like, is this the only scene in Curb when Larry's not in the scene? But now we see another one. It's Tracy Ullman driving. She almost runs over some guy. I can't remember what happens, but he's yelling at her. She drives away. I'm guessing because this is a Curb, at some point, somehow on this planet Earth, she's going to run into this guy again. And I fucking have had it. Oh, dang dong. It's midnight. The ghost of fucking Bill Hader is this unlikable, non-funny, he says splendid over and over, has arrived. He's a fucking waiter. Okay, I gotta give credit where credit's due. At least this third Bill Hader was a little bit funny. At least, certainly funnier than the first two. All right. We're still only 3-0 for this episode, and we're halfway done. So, hey, we'll see if Larry throws a no-no. All right, now Larry and Jeff go back and confront one of the previous Bill Haders. I don't fucking know or care which one. And Larry's like, we're getting 2 scores here. Larry bitches to him about the goulash at this restaurant because the guy had recommended. I'm like, well, why would you tell this? It's not like he's the fucking chef. Who gives a shit? 3-1, so it's Larry's first loss of the season. So hey, we get that out of the way. There's no pressure as the season goes on, right? But then Larry gets a win because he calls him out on, besides calling him out on his bullshit, like I know you guys are related because of that, but he calls him out for saying splendid over and over, which, yes, and he gets the win here, so he's 4-1, but I'm kind of directing my ire back at Larry because obviously he's responsible for it being this episode. For some reason, they thought this whole splendid thing was hilarious, and I'm here to tell you it is not. 4-1, Larry, still doing great. Okay, this is like a back and forth with this fucking thing. There's still the Bill. Now Larry gets a loss because now he wants to yell at him. How dare you recommend this place because you know the guy that owns it, so you get a kickback. Like, who gives a shit? If you go there and you like it, now the problem was you just didn't like the fucking goulash. But it's not against the law to recommend shit just because you know the guy. Larry, you sound fucking ridiculous. 4-2. Another loss. Here we go. Now I got to rule again against Larry. If I called his bullshit for that. Now he's chewing the guy out for his duty as a concierge. Like somehow as Larry's talking, I'm thinking Orchid's going to swell up. Like all of America and freedom and liberty depends on concierges having integrity or something. This is the dumbest. 4-3, Larry. Don't forget this season of X-MAS Your Enthusiasm is brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos, hey, we're sorry about last season. I got to point out, as Larry's getting more and more ridiculous throughout this episode. I have to admit, Bill Hader's funnier. Now, he's funnier when he either doesn't say anything, he just makes a look with his eyes, or he just says like one word. It's when he starts doing his shtick that is terrible, but I do have to say he's getting a little funnier as the episode goes on, unlike Larry. And I'm guessing right now, me. Okay, Susie's popped up, and the shit she is wearing is so batshit, it can only be described as what they would have dressed a white woman up in a 1940s movie set in Africa and like she's supposed to be African, and all of a sudden the screen turns to color, from black and white to color, and it's like horrifyingly yellow neon, but the clothes and the fabric look like however they would have drawn a Swahili village woman in Mad Magazine in like the 50s. Like, it is bonkers. I love you so much, Susie. Okay, within a few seconds of Susie and Irma, Tracy Ullman, they should have had a spinoff, the two of them with Wanda and the actress, the Maria Sophia from this season. The four of them, I would just watch hours of them just being hilarious. Spinoff, Larry, talk to me. Let's make it happen. Okay. Now Larry's back in the hospital for his fucking sweater. He's in the room talking to this guy, Ben. The guy's like, oh, thanks again so much for saving me. Larry's like, yeah, where's my fucking sweater? Now he wants him to call his wife to see if she had, accidentally taken the sweater. It's like, oh my fucking God. 4-4. He's gone from 4-0. Was he 4-0? Back, 4-4. This fucking is this a magic sweater? I mean, is this the sweater that's gonna lead you to the fountain of youth? What the fuck? But buy another fucking sweater. Leave this poor guy alone. Wow. Now this is interesting. Maybe a first for us. Earlier I said Larry was right about the whole there is a difference between sleeping and resting. So now the guy's like, hey, can you get the fuck out? I need to rest. And Larry's pitching this argument again. There's a difference. Blah, blah. And I'm like, you can do that in any other scenario other than when it's with the guy who's actually trying to ask for rest, who's in a cast and has been in a hospital for however long. You can't argue with that person. Anyone else? Yes. Larry somehow found the one person he can't do it with, and now he's under 500 for the season just like that. 4-5. How'd you like that snap? Oh yeah, and to say nothing that, you know what is literally the opposite of resting? When some strange old guy is just berating you in your hospital room. That is the opposite of rest. I don't think that's oh yeah, here's some old motherfucker yelling at me. Let me drift off to sleep. Man, just like that. 4-5 for the episode. And the season, which has been brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos, hey, we're sorry about last season. Okay, now he's fucking attacking the receptionist again from the couple days ago about, did you see the wife? Did you get the sweater and back? Jesus fucking Christ. Call the National Guard in, Larry. Get this fucking... Surprised he hasn't called ICE on everybody. Get this fucking piece of shit sweater back. 4-6. The fuck? Okay, now they're back to the first Bill Hader, the vase one. The worst Bill Hader. Because this one is really pumping away at the whole trying to do that funny accent. He's really pounding away and it's fucking terrible. Larry screaming at him that, he won't sell the vase now because of... I know that you know the other two guys. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even fucking know. But 4-7, Larry. You yelling this guy for the same shit about, who cares? It's not illegal to know somebody. You of all people should know this because, as we all know, you can't step outside your fucking house without bumping into somebody you know. So this is beyond ridiculous. Okay, long story longer. Since they couldn't get the cheap vase from Igor or Gregor or Timor, who gives a shit, or they had to get the actual vase that's $10,000, and they just can't believe it. $10,000 to these motherfuckers, to Jeff, seems like a small price to pay for your wife, in exchange for your wife being okay with you cheating on her. You should be grateful. But of course, they're driving. Larry's driving. They got the vase in the car. Since, as we know, it's against the law for Larry David to leave his house without bumping into someone he knows. He sees on the sidewalk as he's driving Ben out of the hospital now, because that happens on planet Earth. Slams the brakes, vase breaks, yada yada yada. You take a breath. Okay, now he and Jeff get into a classic. Larry offers to pay for the vase. Jeff accepts, and Larry's indignant. You're not supposed to accept. We're supposed to go back and forth. And then we land on splitting it. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm feeling bad for Larry here because I'm kind of going at him now. But they just happening to see this guy on the street is just, even for this category of ours, although it's not a category, it's just beyond ridiculous. But now I'm feeling sorry for Larry. I agree with Larry on that one. Jeff, do the dance. We'll split the vase. No problem. Whatever. Just do the dance. 5-7. Okay, now Larry's visiting Susie, and I have to point out, it's at the point now where I'm disappointed she's wearing like quasi normal clothes. I'm a little when I saw she was going to be in the scene, I got excited to see if she was wearing, and she's kind of wearing semi normal clothes, which is heartbreaking. Okay, remember when I mentioned the scene that Larry wasn't in, where Tracy Ullman almost runs over this guy and he yells at her, and I had a feeling he would pop up again. Well, he does, except this time he sees Larry in her, I guess Irma's car, and he goes running up and he starts yelling at him. I knew, blah blah blah, fuck you, fuck you. And Larry's like, what? And it's like, this is like a meta on meta version of the Larry one. The second he leaves his house, he sees runs into someone he knows. So in this case, did they just put that whole scene in so Larry can run into somebody who thinks he's somebody they know? That's like my brain just walked out of my skull. It's like that axiom of Larry's is so ridiculous. Now it applies to other people, and then gets transferred to him somehow. I have to see that there was a reason for this entire 2 scenes. There's only a minute or 2 left of this episode. Please tell me there was a reason for this. Please, I cannot do this. Don't forget this season of XMAS Your Enthusiasm is brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos, hey, we're sorry about last season. Nope, there was no reason for any of that to happen. The episode's over. That's it. And if you've seen this episode, you'll know to be impressed that I made it through this whole episode, 26 and a half minutes at this point, without saying the words vaginal rejuvenation. So, congrats to me. So Larry starts off the season. This season 6, 5 and 7. Not great. That overall career gap there is closing up. So yeah, this. Thanks for listening to the first episode of the season. I am going to have another live streaming show coming up. I'm going to try to give y'all the benefit of the doubt. The reason none of y'all motherfuckers called last time, I didn't give y'all enough advance notice. I'm gonna let y'all know an episode or 2 before, so you can really get those calls going this time. 5 and 7. Let's get Tracy Ullman, Wanda Sykes, Maria Sophia, and who else did I have? Of course, and Susie on that spinoff. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time. And don't forget, this season of XMAS Your Enthusiasm is brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos, hey, we're sorry about last season.